Good morning, traders. This is live small cap market open day trading. This should be day number 85, I believe, but don't quote me on that. And if you want to scroll to the end of the video, there will be a summary of what happens in this video. This is live, so I don't know what's going to happen yet, but this will be undoubtedly a long video. And if you scroll to the end, you can find out what happened throughout the video, and then you can scroll back if you want to see that play out live. So right now we're looking at my small cap screener on my laptop. You're not seeing that. I'm looking at that. You're seeing my charts page on my desktop. RTLR is the only one right now that's meeting our screener and volume criteria. Let me just look through once more here. So now we have BORR. Let me take a look at that on the daily chart. All right, let's look at that on a smaller time frame. I'm just going to throw a white line out here on RTLR because I want to remind myself that it needs to break out above this line before I look for a trade. And in fact, to avoid what happened on Friday, I'm going to put a price alert. I generally try to avoid the price alerts because they can be a pain, but the main thing is you've got to remember to cancel, or I should say delete them at the end of the day. It'd be cool if there was a feature to delete it at the end of the day, but it doesn't look like it. I'll have to come back and do that manually. So at least now we won't accidentally miss if the price does break over that level. Let me just mute for just a second. All right, sorry about that. Let's take a look at DWAC. Nope, nothing there. All right, so. And the SPY I just have up for sheer curiosity to see how the market is doing today. So far sideways compared to Friday. So I'm just refreshing the screener on my laptop. If I get a chance, I'll show you the screener, but RTLR is looking, I mean, I got that alert out there, so I guess I shouldn't have to worry. So let's take a look at the screener. So you have SAVE save that was below the 200 MA on the daily, so we had to reject that one. RTLR we're watching. BORR we are watching. DWAC had no 200 MA, so we had to reject that. And this is below the volume threshold already. I was just checking it ahead of time because it looked like it was getting close to meeting that threshold, and undoubtedly will have more than 500,000 shares or more. But at this time, right now, everything we're looking at is up here. So let's go back to the charts. I'm going to mute one more time. Excuse me. All right, there's another stock we need to check out, ULCC. Trading below the 200 MA, so we can reject it. See if there's anything else. This is obviously something we were trading before, or at least looking at before. So an easy way to get rid of all those old lines is just to left click on them and click delete on the keyboard. Otherwise, if you're clicking on them and then right clicking to delete, it takes forever. So just a little tip. All right, so this one is kind of already looking like it's getting ready to trigger a trade or possibly triggering a trade, but this one we've got to be very careful with because it's just now over the 5% threshold. So if it drops down too much, that's at 840. I think if it drops below 839 or so, it's going to be below the threshold. So we have to be super careful. Yeah, see, now it's already below the threshold. So let's look at it on the 1 minute chart. You want to make sure that you don't take a trade that's outside of your trading plan because otherwise the statistics don't mean anything. So I'm drawing the lines to kind of see where, yeah, see our entry would have been back here. So we have to reject this stock right away. We cannot trade it. We can't watch it or anything because it's already triggered an entry below that 5% threshold on percent change. So we have to ignore it. All right, so right now, these are the only two stocks that are meeting our screener criteria and our daily chart criteria. So our TLR, BORR, that's pretty much it. GRWG, let me see, I don't see that. It might be below the first page. Okay, it's just popped up onto the first page, so we can take a look at that one. It is not quite where we want it to be on our volume threshold, but I'm sure that's going to pop up. You can see how quickly it's growing in volume. So we'll check it out on the chart page. All right, so you can see on the daily chart it's trading below the 200 MA, so that's it. We have to reject it. So just back to our two stocks that we were watching before. All right, I'm going to mute for now, and I'll leave these up in the meantime. All right, it's time for a 10 o'clock update. You can see not much has changed here on the charts page. RTLR is still struggling to get over, to stay over its previous high and make new highs. BORR is not even gotten over its previous high. And if we look at the screener, it's not looking so hot right now. So just refresh it, reorganize it by volume. So there you can see RTLR, that's on our chart page. And the next one that meets our screener criteria right now is ULCC, but that does not meet the chart criteria. FRO also doesn't meet the chart criteria or the screener criteria for that matter. BORR, that is on our chart page. That's the one we're waiting to even break out through its previous high. And what else we got here? GRWG we looked at, and that's already going below the first page on my screener on my laptop. So that's pretty much it right now. And I'm not too surprised that this is the way today is trading. Today is Monday. It's the first day of the trading week after a really strange week last week where we weren't triggered to take any trades for 4 days in a row. And that is pretty much unheard of. So I'm not surprised that this week is also starting off kind of on a slow foot, to say the least. So I have no idea what the rest of the week is going to be like. I'm hoping that it's not going to be another scenario where we have 4 days without trades, because I would like to finish up collecting data for the small cap market open test strategy as soon as possible, really. So I'm really interested in taking trades, but I can't force trades. They have to be exactly within my trading plan and my trading strategy. So that's what we're waiting for right now, is to just be triggered to a trade that meets all of our criteria. So anyway, I'm going to take you back to the chart page. I'm going to mute for now. We can trade up until 10:30. That's our cutoff. And I think on Friday we got triggered to trade around 10:15 or something on a setup similar to RTLR. So something like that could happen today, or there may be some other stock that pops up. So it's not over yet. We just got to wait and be patient and stick to the plan 100% of the time. All right, so I'm going to mute for now, and we'll be back when something interesting happens. All right, we've got a stock that popped up, GFF. Let's take a look at it on a smaller time frame. Actually, we need to get it on the 1 minute chart here. All right, so our ideal entry would have been 29.31. So we may have missed it. Now this was happening, this wasn't on the chart page a moment ago. Not quite sure how I missed it because this was when I was doing that 10 o'clock update. This, one of the drawbacks of doing the live videos is I can't focus on the screener as much, so that might be what happened here. But what I need to do right now is see if our target got hit already. 29.31, and the low is 28. So we'll say 28.83 for the stop loss. $30.27. No, so we can get back in if this thing comes back down. So I've got to get ready for that. We already missed one opportunity to get back in. So, and actually, yeah, let me see. Did it come down? It did not stop. It would not have stopped us out. So while we're waiting for that, I need to just double check the setup. So obviously it started out over the previous session high. So we're just looking for the second high. So that's the second yellow line. I didn't draw the first one, and then this would be the white line. And then we get in from that pullback, which happened right here, and that's where I came up with that 29.31. And our profit target would have been, so this is actually a scenario where I may have to stop trading if this thing goes up and hits our profit target. I mean, I will have to stop trading because that means that we missed the trade. So let's see, where's the 30.27? So let's put that at the right place. There we go. So if this line gets hit before we get a chance to re-enter, then that's it for today, unfortunately. But again, got to stick to the rules. You got to stick to the plan. Really, the best way to stick to the plan in this scenario is now we have to focus on this stock. We have to reject all these others. It doesn't look like they're going to do much anyway, but if I kind of gave myself the opportunity to now trade those other two stocks, I would definitely be breaking my plan. So got to make sure that we trade with discipline here and we do the right thing. So let's put that first line out just so that everything is crystal clear. So that's line one. There's our second yellow line, our white line, and we are just waiting to either see if this thing comes back down to that 29.31 level or hits our 2R profit target. In either case, well, not in either case, if it hits that profit target, we have to stop trading. But if it comes down to that 29.31, we can get in, and we'll have to place our stop loss at the low here. So let me mark out all of that stuff. Yeah, see, there it goes. Yep. So it looks like we missed a good opportunity here. Which that's going to happen sometimes, and it's extra frustrating and annoying in times like these where you have weeks where you have four days go by and no trades get triggered, and here you had one get triggered and we somehow missed it. But just got to stay disciplined, got to stay strong. We could still, if this thing actually hits the target, we could still kind of take solace in the fact that, hey, the strategy worked out. We just missed our opportunity to trade it. So this line just represents where my stop loss would have been had we gotten in where we wanted to. So this has happened quite a few times in the past where I have missed my first entry, but I've gotten in on the kind of the second chance to get in. And unfortunately today we missed that. So it is what it is. And here you can see it's hitting our 2-hour profit target. And we can, yeah, there we go. Just hit the 2-hour profit target. We can look to see if it hits the 3-hour profit target as well. 30.75. So at this point, we definitely cannot get into this trade, even if it comes back down, because now it's already hit our 2-hour profit target, which is all we're holding to during this testing phase. And other than that, we can check back later to see if it hits that 3-hour profit target, which will be kind of an extra win, you know, for the strategy. But again, can't really record this because on the spreadsheet, I mean, because we missed the trade. So simple as that. Let me see. Yeah, I don't even know why, you know, I'm caught myself looking at the screener. That's totally pointless at this time because once you miss a trade, that's it. You're done. So that's pretty much how my strategy and my plan works, because you can imagine that if you miss a trading opportunity like this, I guess this is where I should start the summary. So it's about 10:15 right now, and we have been watching the market open since 9:30, and this is really the only opportunity that has arisen. There were two other stocks, I should say, two other stocks that we were watching that never triggered a trade, and GFF did trigger a trade, but we missed it. By the time I pulled it up on the chart, it was trading over here, and so that was around 10:06, 10:07, and it triggered an entry at 10:02. So we missed it by about 5 minutes, which is unusual, but ever since I've been doing these kind of live trading videos, this has seemed to happen a little bit more frequently. I mean, I don't want to make an excuse, but it's just, I think, part of the deal, because I find myself trying to take a lot more time and make some meaningful commentary or something like that, and then I end up missing a stock popping up on the screener. So it's an unfortunate downside to the live trading, but it is what it is. It still could have happened even if I wasn't doing that, so I can't really say that I would have definitely caught this one. So anyway, we were triggered back here at 29.31, and then we got a chance to get in on a retest, but again, we weren't watching it yet until it was on either this green candle or this green candle. We could have gotten in for the break of this red candle, or actually not the break of this red candle, but when it came back to 29.31. And our stop loss all along would have been just below the low of this candle, which is 28.84. So our stop loss would have been 28.83. And right now it looks like it's coming down toward that ideal entry, but we can't take it because it's already hit the 2-hour profit target. It would be breaking the strategy and breaking a rule. So that it is what it is. And you can see that it went and hit the 2-hour profit target. And we also have the 3-hour profit target marked out, which this thing could come back down a little bit and then go back up and hit it, or it may never hit it. We don't know. We can come back and check later. But either way, this is just one of those days where there was a decent opportunity and we missed it. And We just have to let it go by, and we just have to be happy that we stuck to our plan. And we didn't lose any money today because we didn't take any trades that lost money, and we're not revenge trading or anything like that, which almost always leads to big losses. And it's just a bad habit to get into because you're breaking your plan. So this is where we're going to call it, and we'll keep an eye on this thing, see where it goes the rest of the day. If it hits the 3-hour profit target, that would actually be a great thing, because this is a stock that met our setup strategy and trading plan perfectly. So either way, it'll be a win if it hits that 3-hour profit target. So as always, go into every single trade with a plan. Stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit targets, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.